which is item 2C. I am very, very happy to be able to introduce you all to our City of Tucson Poet Laureate. Unfortunately, our City of Tucson Poet Laureate from 2017 to 2020 didn't have the opportunity to display his many beautiful, amazing talents to the community. But my office recently connected with him. TC Tolbert is the City of Tucson Poet Laureate. Making history in the City of Tucson as our first trans poet laureate who focuses on uplifting the voices of those who are often overlooked and too often silenced. A strong emphasis on the LGBT youth and elders, femme-identified people, youth of color, migrants, and refugees. TC has been successfully published many times and is not only the Tucson Poet Laureate, but has been named as a Fellow of the Academy of the American Poet Laureates. TC, in your bio, you reference that you live by the words of Gloria Anzaldúa. Voyager, there are no bridges. One builds them as one walks. And that is exactly what you are doing for the voices that have gone unheard for far too long, building a bridge. TC, if you are with us, I would love for you to recite a poem.
Thank you so much, Mayor Romero. I am beyond thrilled to have this opportunity.
I am too.
I also
mutual.
I'm also so thankful for all the work that you and the council have done to support the arts and artists, especially in the last year. It's just I just every day feel so lucky to live in Tucson and to have you all leading us. It's a true blessing. So thank you so much for that. The poem I would like to share with you all, I had shared it with, I'd shared it in order to be able to also share the screen. Are we able to do that? Oh, yeah, wow, there it is. Awesome. So, just a little bit of context before I read the poem, but one of the reasons I wanted to display it is to make it more accessible so that folks could read along. And you can see that this poem is what's called a mesostic poem, which means there is some text. There's a word that runs right down the middle of it. And that's the title of the poem, and it's called masculinity, which is actually a made-up word. A word that I created by combining two words, masculinity and liminal. And as a transgender poet, I'm always thinking about the importance of language and creativity and story and how those certainly have, affected my survival and made my survival possible. But I feel like they're also a way to expand the vision for what's possible for trans people, queer people, and all of us, as we all expand ourselves, I feel like the whole community gets bigger and more beautiful. And one more thing is, in this poem, you will hear me address Melissa, and that is my birth name. And so a lot of my poems lately have been in this process of addressing who I once was, as a way to really just show gratitude and compassion for the self that got me here. And finally, I just want to say this poem wrestles with multiple truths, which I know, that's a thing I think prayer does. I think it is also what politicians do. I think that y'all are often, trying to bridge many disparate things. Like you mentioned, Gloria Anzaldúa's work, which I bow down to. So in this, I want to share this in the spirit of gratitude that I survived a suicide attempt, and also in the hopes that all of our work, y'all's work and my work, really leads us to live more joyful lives and to make folks, queer folks, femme folks, trans folks, Black folks, Indigenous folks, people of color, people with disabilities, all folks who have not been fully uplifted, that we are uplifting folks and making the world a safer place. So that's the spirit in which I want to share this poem. In our lifetimes, 40% of trans people will attempt suicide. I did. I am. Men could not see me as one of them, and what can I be but thankful? I was a girl, and for that, I was never given a gun. A word alongside another word placed in God's mouth incorrectly, maybe slower, but no less direct. If Melissa, is she apologizing for all the names she's learned to sharpen her body somehow into a kind of relief from that fact? What I know of logic comes from being touched by a corpse flower, kneeling to that which promises us injury, inflorescence. You until you are holy, you until you are not. Every day I depend on how we language me. Melissa understands that between her I sleep like a shovel, like a saw blade, still between hands, wants to turn, wants something difficult to cut. What I want is to hear someone I loved tell me not to die from my own tongue. Tell me the passing itself is holy, a grief hymn no God would want to sing without us. The invisible parts of my body are not the only ones I want to know love. I repeat the prayer I am most afraid of. Why did you not protect her? Why cannot the day be longer? Any day, we are not required to know more absence than we know love. May yes come. May I live through all the no, all the yes that she was. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TC. So wonderful. Thank you so much. So exciting. I'm so sorry that we missed you and your beautiful poems all of 2020. Wonderful, wonderful work, and looking forward to more. Appreciate you. I really do. I really do.
Say before he leaves, I want to thank you for all the hard work you did on the downtown haiku hike. 700 submissions and you picked 20 of them, so good for you.
Thank you. That was a blast.
It's a very, very cool project.
It's so, it's our second time doing it, so it's like it just keeps happening. It's amazing. Thank you for that.
Thank you, TC. Really appreciate it.